Earth. The year is 500 million CE. 2 million years ago, the sun splashed a huge bundle of energy into space. It destroyed Earth's magnetic field and burned the entire surface of our planet. Now, our world resembles a lifeless desert. All the oceans have dried up. Rivers of magma flow all over the surface, and the sky is filled with black clouds of ash. Humans have already colonized other planets, so everything is okay. In the middle of this apocalypse, a small crystal covered with volcanic dust lies under a thick layer of solidified magma. But it's not just a crystal, it's a 5-dimensional memory crystal. In simple words, this is a very cool flashcard. But what is it doing here? And what data is hidden on it? It stores everything you need to know about humans as a biological species. The year is 2024 CE. Scientists have recorded information to a unique memory card. They've engraved the sequence of the entire human genetic code in the very structure of this 5D crystal. The invention consists of nanoscale voids in a vitreous silicon dioxide material. I can continue with other complex scientific words, but let's better focus on the properties of this crystal. The small flashcard can hold hundreds of terabytes of information, thanks to nanotechnologies, even though all the information about the human genome is only 800 megabytes of data. But the coolest thing is the crystal's invulnerability. You can throw it in an oven with a temperature of 1800 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about the same temperature of lava. You can put it in the freezer, or leave it in the ice of Antarctica. You can throw it off a cliff or trample it underfoot. The information will remain readable. Of course, reading it requires special equipment, such as an optical microscope or a polarizer. In any case, if a representative of another civilization finds the crystal, they will probably figure out how to use it. Another cool thing is that the crystal material can be stored for many billions of years, which makes it one of the most reliable information storage systems in the world. Now, the crystal is stored in Austria, in the Memory of Mankind Archive, along with other important holders of information about humanity. We need to preserve all this for future generations, or extraterrestrial civilizations, or in case an apocalypse happens and people forget who they are and where they come from. Also, the 5D crystal will help resurrect humanity in case of its destruction. If some advanced intelligence from another galaxy finds the crystal and reads the information, it will be able to recreate humankind. Hopefully, they'll have the technologies capable of creating life. Take a look at this number. That's 10 septillions. This number is many times the age of our universe, and it would take 10 septillion years for the most powerful computer to solve a problem called random circuit sampling. This task has no practical purpose and doesn't solve any difficult issues. Scientists created random circuit sampling to measure the computing power of computer chips. And here's what it's all about. Google has created a quantum computing chip called Willow that could solve random circuit sampling in a few minutes. A stunning result that can significantly accelerate the development of all technologies on Earth in the coming years. A chip the size of a small mint candy was invented in California. Already, scientists are confident that Willow is capable of making a huge leap in the field of medicine development. What will happen next? The creation of thermonuclear reactors, the enhancement of AI, the invention of endless energy sources, and much more. For example, quantum computing and AI will be able to read MRI images at the atomic level. Quantum computers will evolve much faster than traditional ones. There's a lot of technical data that shows why quantum computers are so superior. But let's check out one crazy idea that explains quantum computers' advantages. It says that quantum chips exist in many parallel universes at once. And this corresponds to the idea that we live in a multiverse. In simple words, a quantum computer can simultaneously perform more tasks in different states. It's hard to understand, but here's an example. Take a rat and put it in a large maze. It will study every corridor and every corner and spend a lot of time before exploring the maze completely. But a quantum rat will be able to explore every corner of the maze at the same time as if it has many clones or one common mind. A quantum computer does the same thing. See this robot walking awkwardly around the room? And here is another robot on wheels that randomly drives from side to side. Who do you think controls these robots? A scientist? AI? A program? The answer is much stranger. These robots are controlled by mushrooms. Mushrooms are interconnected through mycelial networks that resemble human brain cells. They transmit impulses to one another and communicate in ways unknown to us. But what if they could transfer these impulses to something mechanical? Scientists from the USA decided to conduct such an experiment. They took the king oyster mushroom and grew its mycelium into the electronics of a robot. Of course, its motion was chaotic, but scientists still believe the experiment was a success. They managed to transfer the electrophysiological activity of the mushrooms to the outside world. That is, they created a biomechanical device. Mold and fungi are very tenacious. They can survive in harsh conditions and adapt to environmental changes, which is why they're so convenient to use in cybernetics. Scientists have taken a small step toward big discoveries. If today, mushrooms can transmit a signal and make a robot move, then, in the future, scientists hope to develop better ways of communicating with a live system. With this technology, we will know the reactions of mushrooms to various environmental changes. For example, mushrooms will be able to react with nerve impulses in places where toxic waste is released. We will record these signals and neutralize the effects of pollution. What if mushrooms can also respond to changes inside our bodies? Imagine swallowing a capsule with mushroom spores that are connected to nanorobots. Mushrooms enter your organism, scan your body, and transmit information to a computer. Then the doctor prescribes treatment for you. But the coolest thing is that in the future, the technology could go even further. What if we could translate mushroom signals into words and communicate with them? It might sound too psychedelic, but why not? We all know that plastic is not the best thing for our planet. The good news is that scientists have created living plastic, which can decompose itself within several months. In 2016, a special type of bacteria was discovered at a plastic recycling plant in Japan. The bacteria are capable of degrading a particular type of plastic. Over the years, scientists have discovered other similar bacteria and upgraded them, making bacteria eat plastic more greedily with the help of produced enzymes. It would be awesome if soon people would use self-destructing plastic much more often. You've probably seen how doctors examine the brain in the movies or in hospitals. They apply a sticky gel and put a helmet with a dozen electrodes connected to the head of a patient. These electrodes are, in turn, connected to a computer that displays information about the activity of the human brain. All this is a rather inconvenient and time-consuming process, but recently, scientists have found a much easier way: temporary electronic tattoos. A liquid ink applied to the head is as effective and accurate as conventional electrodes. And unlike them, ink is much easier to customize. Electronic tattoos are set up faster, and they're more comfortable for the client. The technology is a real breakthrough in the field of diagnosis and brain monitoring. The special ink is made from conductive polymers. Doctors spray it from a custom inkjet printer directly onto the patient's head. The next step for scientists is to make the ink more convenient so that it can be applied to different types of hair and hairstyles.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.